In this video, I want to talk about the art of solo dates, creating healthier friendships with men, deepening self-love, and of course, tips and tricks. Hello, my name is Destiny and welcome to my YouTube channel. This morning, I'm actually going out to a fruit orchard with a friend, and so I'm trying to get ready. But tonight I am going on a self-date. First, I'm going to start with a little bit of tips and tricks. Oftentimes, the number one thing stopping people from is they feel and worry about if they'll be judged by being seen outside by themselves. Going on a self-date is what will kind of help you get rid of that fear. People don't really care if you're by yourself. Everyone is the main character of their own story. My skincare is just 2 steps. I usually just go in with my aloe vera and then my black girl sunscreen, and I love it because it has no cast. Last year I wanted to go to the Houston rodeo, but there was no one to go with me, so I decided let me go by myself. I went, and I love Ferris wheels, but I was by myself this time. The person that was conducting the Ferris wheel said the rule was that you get to at least have another person with you. At the moment, I feel like maybe the world is anti-couple, but I wasn't gonna back down and not get on the Ferris wheel. Of course, follow the rules. So she paired me with people that were already a pair, so I became like their trio. That just made me realize that even though sometimes some things are hard to do by yourself, it's important to at least try. Self-dates might be a little bit scary and be a little bit daunting the first time, but I'll definitely encourage you to try it. Some reasons why you should go on self-dates: boost you knowing yourself. I think someone knowing themselves is so important. Even before I get into a next relationship, I really want someone that knows himself. Once I was talking to a guy and I asked him what his hobbies were. Really couldn't list anything. He was like, I like watching TV. There's some shows that just have a special place in my heart. I can rewatch Letters to All the Boys I've Loved Before like 100 times. But I have actual physical hobbies that I love doing. I want someone that has a hobby that they're passionate about. I don't want them to just be like work. Like they go to work, they come home, sleep, that would not be a satisfying life for myself. But I know that's not satisfying because I go on self-dates and do things with myself. I'm waiting for this to dry. I think self-dates are the perfect opportunity to do things that you would never get the chance to do otherwise. For example, if you're in a relationship with somebody and you're committed to them and you just have a lot of other commitments in your life, you don't get that much time to just do things with and for yourself. So it's a great opportunity to just try new things out by yourself and know if you like it. Self-dates also help you to shift your mentality and perspective and relationship with yourself. When I was in high school, I wanted to be known as funny, as a comedian. There was this comedian that I really loved, and I just loved that he could tell such exciting stories, and I wanted to be able to tell exciting stories. And I think one day he was answering like audience question, and the question was, how did you get so funny? Like, what is your secret? And for him, it was that he had experienced life. Like, he had actually gone out and done things, went on wild adventures, kind of had no one be his inhibitor, so he was by himself. He got to try all these things. He's like, looking back at it, oh, that was a dumb decision, but it was funny now that I think about it. So it taught me that if I wanted to be funny, if I wanted to be interesting or tell good stories, I had to really go outside and explore the world for myself. And it's kind of like developing a genuine interest in yourself. It's really hard that you're going to find someone with all the exact same interests as yourself. So self-dates kind of shift the mentality of you become the coolest, most admirable person that you know. I learned by developing interest in myself and interest in things that I truly adore, I kind of became the coolest person I know. What mind shift would you like to adopt from self-dating? I'm wearing a dress with my arms and stuff showing, so I want hydrated skin, moisturize, and put on sunscreen. Okay, so the next thing self-dates have taught me, / also being seriously single, is how to have a good relationship with men. This is like the number one tip to stop being awkward about men or meeting new guys, even guys that you might find attractive, is just to see them as a potential new friend. Like, I think that's the most important thing, because a lot of times we are often like, when's our person gonna come in? And especially if you're a Christian, it's kind of like, where's the person I'm gonna marry? But I feel like it's so draining to have that idea on your mind 24/7. And For me, I've always believed that the person I would marry would be my best friend, and how can he be my best friend if I don't even give him the chance to be my friend first? I feel like it just doesn't add up. So it kind of really starts to help you avoid idolizing men, and you really just start to see them as friends, like intellectual, funny people that can are very reciprocal with you, because in friendship, I think a key cornerstone is just the ability to have a reciprocal relationship. And I think this is personally really important because the Bible tells us to treat each other as brothers and sisters in Christ. It does not say potential love interest. It just says brothers and sisters in Christ. Having the idea of I'm single, I'm enjoying being single, and I'm going on dates by myself, and I enjoy going on dates by myself, really helps me to just see men as friends. So now I want to talk a little bit more about spending time with yourself. The only person you start to compare yourself to when you're by yourself a lot more is yourself. It only becomes a game of you versus you. Comparison is often the thief of joy. When you take yourself out on dates, you learn to celebrate yourself before anybody else can. And for me, a lot of times self-dates happen towards the end of the week. And so it's okay, these are all the things I've done during the week. And since I'm so proud of what I've done, I therefore get to go and celebrate myself with this cute date. You learn to take care of yourself. Honestly, if you're spending a lot more time with yourself, you get to know what are your needs. And say, for example, I've been spending a lot of time with myself, at home, and I realize I really want to get my nails done. And so because I spend time with myself and I'm okay with it, I've learned how to do my nails by myself. I will have nice nails just for me, and I've not been doing anything. One of my favorite things about self-dates too is it gives you confidence. Confidence is often the most attractive trait any human being can have. Honestly, I am very drawn to confident people, men, women, children alike. My favorite pluses of going on self-dates is that I learn what outfits I'm really comfortable in and I feel really beautiful in. The last time I wore this dress, I wore it to Versailles in Paris. It brings back the memories of me wearing the dress, having a beautiful day out in the sun, walking in a garden, wearing your clothes that you love. It just helps you to develop the sense of I feel really nice and confident in this thing, and also has a lot of happy moments and memories associated with it. My mom growing up, she always was dressed up at home even if she wasn't going anywhere. Often if you see her in the mirror, you'll hear her talk about how much she loves herself, how beautiful she is, and honestly, no one can take those moments away from you. Those are my favorite things. And even the art of dressing yourself up by yourself, for yourself. You're not gonna see anybody. You're not even gonna take any pictures to put on the gram or anything like that. Is that when you do wear that outfit to go out with someone, to go to a place, or to even go to an event, you know you look good. You just feel good. You feel great. What's your favorite outfit? What outfit gives you the most confidence? A really important thing about self-dates is what you choose to do. One of the most important things for me about creating a solo date is not just I'm picking a list of something to do. For me, I'm at the point where I'm creating something I'm really excited about. For example, there's this movie on Amazon featuring Yara in it. She's a cake baker. I love baking, so I thought it would be a great idea for me to bake a cake while watching the movie, and not just bake a cake, but also decorate it, and decorate it Pinterest style. And what I'm trying to convey is that when you're going on solo dates, you don't have to just stick to the normal things people usually pick. Anything that excites you, anything in the whole world that you want to try by yourself, I think that's really important. Of course, with a measure of safety, brings me to one of my biggest points, that it's okay that you can't do everything by yourself. Solo dates just helps you to appreciate where you are in singleness in your life or in community with others. As women, I do want to remind us to cultivate a sense of personal safety, because the world is a little bit dangerous out here. It also builds your self-awareness in the world and knowing how to take care of yourself too. Some takeaway notes are, what are your biggest fears? What is your biggest fear when you're dating yourself? Acknowledging what your fear is will really help you to know what's holding you back, and then when you overcome it, you can list that as an accomplishment for yourself. Please leave in the comments a self-date you would really love to do. Hey, so welcome to the self-date portion of my evening. And so for my date, I overall decided that I'm gonna bake cupcakes. I got this mix from Trader Joe's. I really wanted to do cake, but I don't have enough to do 2 layers, so I'll just stick with a 1-layer cupcake. I also brought down my computer with my journals. For me, journaling is such an important time for like self-reflecting. Yeah, and I'll show you what movie I'm watching. And also the cute cupcakes. I think this one came out to be the cutest. I think this is where we're ending for tonight on them, but I think self-dates and spending time with oneself are still really important. So let me know, what is one lesson you learned and what do you plan your next self-date to be? Have a good night. Bye. It's actually really good. I don't think I can stop eating it.